Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to Unquiet Live. We are coming at you from The Haven here in Pomona, California. Shout out to The Haven for having us, as always. And we just recorded an amazing episode with Bed. They're awesome. It was the second time that they came through. So thank you to Bed for coming back, and you're in for a treat. But before we get into that, I gotta let you know that today's video is sponsored by Distrokid. Distrokid gets your music into Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all the online stores and streaming services. It's such a good distributor. They do it right where you just pay a yearly fee and then you keep 100% of the royalties, so they don't take cuts of what is owed to you as the artist. It's already hard enough being an artist, so you don't want to work with a distributor who's taking more of your money. And you get a discount on your first year's fee by using the link in the description of this video, and you support Unquiet Live when you do that as well, so it's a win-win for everyone. And if you don't believe me, we have a very special guest who is also a huge Distrokid fan. Get on in here. How do you like Distrokid?
Distrokid is awesome.
Great.
Distrokid has paid for my gas to get here today, and that is not a joke. I've 100% got here because of Distrokid.
See this? This is real life.
I love Distrokid.
Click the link in the description of this video, sign up for Distrokid, and enjoy this episode with Bed. Thank you for tuning in. What's up, everyone? We are back with one of our favorite bands who are gracing us again, Bed. You guys want to get into the first one, and we'll talk it up?
Yep. This first song's called Blue Sweater.
Damn, it's so good to have you guys back, man.
Yeah, glad to be back, man.
So good to see you.
Thank you.
That is so good. You guys always sound so great. But now, I mean, it's been a little while since you came in, and congrats on, by the way, you're about a year on the self-titled release, right? Just had the anniversary.
Yeah, we hit a year on Valentine's Day, actually.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Crazy how much happens in a year, you know?
Yeah, for real. I know. Speaking of, I feel like you got a whole new band here. Got a new crew. You wanna introduce them real quick?
Yeah. So on guitar we have Albert. Did I say your last name? Yeah, Albert Lopez from Wayward, and then here we have Freddie from Wayward as well. And then I'd like to introduce my drummer, Daniel Aguilar. Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Nice. Nice to meet you, Daniel. How is it having the Wayward guys? I mean, by the way, best band name in the scene is Wayward, in my opinion. Love you, my friend. How is it? How's everything feeling? How are they learning the songs? Sounds good.
I mean, you just heard it. I mean, they're adapting pretty well. It's funny, for our first practice, we're like, yeah, we already know the songs. So nice. that was super like a relief, and it's cool. And they're both like amazing musicians. So I definitely felt like I was in good hands.
Yeah, so, that's great.
Danzer's a fucking amazing drummer, so
yeah, it's a good crew. This is a great crew.
Thank you, man.
So yeah, I mean, it's been a minute since we talked, but you know, we saw you at the show. Thanks for playing that Deathland show. That was freaking sick. Super fun. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of popping up a lot. You're playing shows. You're at Alex's Ranch, right? You're at the recording new music, or what's going on?
Ranch. We recently just did an 8-track album there.
Oh, cool.
We're probably gonna release it later this year, but we have a single coming out on May 19th, I believe. So,
nice.
Yeah, and like working with Alex, like Alex is just a great guy to work with in general. I mean, he's a great producer. Like, he'll really be on your stuff about it. I remember I was watching the Grave Secrets, the episode you guys did, and Vinny was saying that Alex is kind of like anal about stuff, and that's true. But I mean, he knows what he's talking about, and he guided us really well, and solved some issues that I was having on the record. And yeah, I'm really proud of how it came out.
That's awesome. What was this kind of the first time working with a producer?
He actually recorded our first album, the self-titled.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and he wasn't as hands-on last time. This time is a little more, but there was still like I want this, and then he wants that, and we made it work. It was pretty cool.
Nice. Hell yeah, that's dope. So what is kind of different about this new batch of music? Because I feel like I was talking to somebody, might have been Graham from Sad Park, like that he was playing shows with you like years ago. Did you guys ever play with them like in the Valley? Like
Sad Park? I only remember playing with them once, and it was at this like benefit show for like some kind of animal rescue or something.
Oh, okay.
I think that was the only time I'd ever played with Sad Park.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. But he had told me that you guys were playing like a lot of those songs. So those self-titled songs have been around for a minute, right? And this is like a whole new batch of songs.
Yeah.
So how was that? Like getting away and getting those songs that you've been working on for a while released, and now it's like focusing on a whole new batch. Like what went into that songwriting?
Well, as for the songwriting aspect, I mean, I feel like I've kind of like bounced from genre to genre a little bit, just with like my music influence. I mean, things change, and this new record's going to be a little different. There's still some like callbacks to like the first one. Like for example, the two out of the 8 tracks are actually old ones. So we're redoing Black Diamonds and Not Over You. So for anyone that knows the songs, hope you guys are excited. They came out really well. Can't wait to share them. But yeah, it was very like, it's different. It's a little different this next album, and it was more of like, I went from like a really alternative, like shoegaze type of like sound to just kind of like, I guess, I don't really know how to describe it. I mean, I've never been able to put like I never even describe my genre or whatever, but these new songs, I don't know. I think you just have to listen to it and, and anticipation, I guess.
Cool. Yeah. I'm personally really excited. I mean, I think it's like, always an exciting step up, like especially seeing you work with Alex so much, because he's such an awesome producer. But I think like when a band puts out their first album, because that was like your debut record, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. And I think you kind of have that sound in your head for a while, and that's what you've been working up to, and you release this debut, and it's like this nervous thing. But once that's gone, and once you're almost like free of like all those songs, and you have this white blank page to create and to like grow and to do whatever, I think I get really excited on bands like sophomore albums. So I'm stoked to hear what you got cooking. Yeah,
it's definitely it's new boundary or new territory for us. Yeah. But I mean, we all fell in love with the songs, and I mean, Dan and I were just grinding them out for the most part, and we really just love like pretty much all the work we put into it.
Sick.
And yeah, I can't wait for everyone to hear it.
Hell yeah. And it's going to come out on Wiretap, right?
Yeah, under Wiretap.
Nice. Yeah, shout out to Wiretap. That's dope.
Shout out.
That's dope. Cool. Well, you want to get into a couple more songs, and then we'll keep talking?
Sure, yeah.
Cool.
That's what
Yes. Hell yeah, that sounded great.
Thank you.
Great job, guys. So I have more questions, but like always and like last time, your fans responded to the ask a question thing and asked a fuck ton of questions.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm gonna have to scroll through these and ask you for the fans. So let's just run through some of those if that's cool.
Okay.
First one, how did you guys record your first album? We kind of talked about it, but
So a lot of the songs were already written, and then so we had those pretty much locked down. And then when we were planning an album, because we had just finished the first tour, and so we were like, we have to keep that ball rolling. We have to put something out. And so I think on tour we wrote like a few other songs, and then we were like, all right, we're ready. Where do we do it? You know, because like, I mean, I've been putting out my music for a minute, but I wanted something to like sound good, something to sound like, I guess, set a standard. And it's funny, my former drummer Axel, he actually recommended Alex. He actually worked with him like in the past, but so I hit him up, and then Alex like was like, oh, I actually heard of you guys, and then we spoke, and then we went out to back then it was Palmdale Studios. It was in LA, kind of right outside Chinatown, I think, and no, not Chinatown, Little Tokyo, my bad, and then yeah, and that's pretty much where we tracked everything, and yeah, it's got it done. Sick. As far as how, I mean, we did drums first, and then guitar, and then bass, and then vocals. So.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's dope. Shout out to Alex.
Shout out, man.
Alex crushes.
Yep.
Any music videos in the works?
Yes.
Perfect. I love it. What are some of y'all's major inspirations for songwriting? Maybe you could even say major inspirations for specifically for the new album.
For the new album, I mean, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I've been listening to a lot of like Japanese city pop and stuff like that. I really love like the tempo changes and like pretty much what they do with the drums and like pretty much what that allows for like as far as guitar playing. But like my early stuff, I love playing Smashing Pumpkins stuff, Title Fight, you know, like heavier stuff, like kind of alternative, like kind of like shoegazy, you know, dark stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Those are my influences.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
You agree? Yeah. Speaking of Grave Secrets, when they came on, I think Vinny was wearing a Title Fight shirt or someone. But yeah, it reminded me because I like loved that band, and then I haven't listened to them in years, and ever since they came on, I've been just like jamming Title Fight so hard. They're so great. Yeah. Such a great band. Will you write a Spanish album?
Spanish album? Ooh.
That's a lot of songs.
I'd be down. Maybe a little EP. Maybe not a whole album.
Yeah.
Or maybe. I don't know. I'd be down, though.
Yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. Let's see. What's a challenge you faced in the making of your new album, and how did you overcome it? It's a good question. You people should have my job.
I guess the biggest thing was scheduling. And, yeah, it was kind of scheduling because we had to move some dates around because some people couldn't come from and do their parts, and so I had to do some parts that like bass parts and guitar parts, all because of scheduling, because we all work, and and I feel like another big challenge was kind of like, I guess, getting the drumming down, because like some of those I mean, Andrew's just an insane drummer, but like getting all that to a click sometimes can be a little weird, and then especially when you're working in such a big room, it can get kind of lost. But to be completely honest, man, I feel like it was kind of seamless. Like we kind of got everything done, and it was like, it wasn't too hard, but nice. I could definitely see like, scheduling, and then sometimes parts aren't working, or, and having to like switch stuff up when you're only have so much time booked, that could be like some issues, but yeah, I'm very blessed to say that it was pretty seamless.
Nice. That's great. That's great to hear. I know scheduling is such a crazy thing. Like it's so, with the bands, like with Sad Park and Deathlands that I work with, it's like, I feel like that's always the biggest thing to the biggest hurdle to jump. So speaking of Title Fight, what's your favorite Title Fight song?
Damn. The first one that came to mind was Introvert, only because of like the drumming and like just how they change times. Like it's so playful how they do it. It's just, I listen to it and get lost. It's insane.
That's awesome. I wonder if they'll come back.
I heard a rumor that they might.
That's exciting. What was your favorite house show and why? Did you play a lot of house shows?
I did. I played a few house shows.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one had to be my first, technically like my first show. Because when I first started, so my first show, it was at some like art show in my town, my hometown of Palmdale, and I didn't even have a band at the time. I literally went up there, plugged in my laptop to the PAs, and just like played like that. Yeah, and it was like, yeah, super like DIY, you know. And I had my amp and I just sang along, and people liked it. But that was my first time, so I didn't really know what to expect. But then the second show, I opened for this backyard. No, I don't think I opened. I think I was third in the. I don't know. But I played the show, and Red Pears played, and then I think, it was Red Pears, Cosmos, and then those are the only two bands I remember. But
Nice.
Then that one was crazy because like my first like real show ever, and I played it with like a full band that time, and I was ready. And then I only had like 5 songs, I think, so it was a super short set. And then people were like encore, so it was like an insane like first like time for me, and like these people want more. I'm like, I don't have any more, and they're like, just play something else, play one song again, and we didn't. We ended up doing I think like a shitty Surf Curse cover because like someone didn't know the song or whatever. But definitely, yeah, I think that's like my gem.
That's cool. It's so crazy to think of like, I mean, through this like we're pretty close with the Red Pears, and like Robert's super tight with them and tours with them around the country doing photo, and like it's crazy to think bands of that size we're just playing backyards like all the time. Like it's such a trip. Like when you break, you really could blow up. Like yeah,
it was crazy, man. And it's funny actually, at that first show they had to do an acoustic set, and because I'll be honest, I had never heard of the Red Pears like before that show. And then like once we got there, someone told me like, oh man, like I want to see Red Pears, but it's probably gonna get shut down because I guess like so many people would pull up for them. And then and then I remember like the cops did pull up, and they were like, hey, like what if we just do an acoustic set? And then they did an acoustic set, and then the cops were cool with it, and then it just it was super cool.
That's crazy. You gotta ask Henry about that. That's tight. This is like an interview question. It's kind of funny, like a job, but where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see the band? What's the goals?
The goal, honestly, touring, like a headline tour, you know, and I guess just playing like sold out shows, and not even for like the monetary aspect, just for like the energy and like just like having that, you know, being able to do stuff like that. Like I think about Joyce Manor. I mean, they played at the Long Beach Arena, and just the fact that like a band from like, you know, some town can like go to places like that. Red Pears, they sold out the Glass House, I believe, right outside, right?
Yeah, they sold out the Wiltern too.
Yeah, the Wiltern, my bad. It was a Wiltern. Crazy. And like, yeah, so like, it's crazy to see that like people, I mean, they were playing house shows, like you said, crazy to go from that to that. And it definitely like makes me feel like it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the goal.
That's dope.
Hopefully in a shorter amount of time though, but
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of shows, that Deathland show was super fun. Do you have a show of recent memory that comes to mind as like a favorite show, or like one that really stuck out?
We recently headlined The Smell, and then I think it sold out.
That looked great.
If it didn't sell out, it was super close.
Yeah.
It must have been like 5 tickets shy or something. And that was actually Albert's first show with us, and it was fun. It was fun. It was like the energy was just there, and it was just like, you know, just went and shredded to that stage and just blew my mind. It was awesome.
That's sick. Hell yeah. And especially because I think the last time when you came in for an interview, it was like one of your goals to play The Smell. Mm-hmm. And then here we are, and you sold it out. That's awesome. There we go. And then last one, how about we do, let's see. This is a very nice one. What inspired you to make such amazing music with very great lyrics? P.S. Love you guys. It's a very sweet question.
Oh, thank you, whoever sent that. I don't know. I mean, music had always been a huge part of my life, and like my parents always played like classic rock and like, you know, Spanish rock and stuff like that. And I remember like the first band that I ever like got into was Linkin Park, and like it was crazy because it was like the first band I actually listened to their lyrics, and I was like, oh, like lyrics mean something. Like you can spill out onto, you know, a song, and like I think that's what really like. I think that's, sorry, I kind of got off track, but like that's the thing I love about making music is like you can literally create how you feel and put it into reality. You know, you can take something that's in your mind and like, and it's crazy because like you can use drums to really like, you know, everything just has to do with expression, you know, and like I try to do my best to like really try to express like how I'm feeling about a certain something, you know. And as far as lyrics, I mean, I just say whatever's on my mind, try to make it rhyme, and you know, I guess just make it flow, I guess.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I think that that's like such a gift that artists are given, and I think that you do really well with that is translating like your expressions through music, you know. And I think that's what makes people really connect, and you see it. I mean, you see it with your growth, and you know, buying tickets to shows and saving the songs on Spotify and running up the numbers. Like, it's awesome. It's really, really cool to see. So I'm really happy for you, man. And I'm stoked that you came back on. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for your kind words, Chad, and thanks for having us on.
Yeah, of
We're
course.
really excited to be back.
Yeah, we'll do it as many times as you want. It'll be 20 Unquiet Lives.
For sure.
But yeah, with that, you want to get into the last song, or was there anything that maybe you wanted to talk about that we didn't cover?
I forgot to do this last time, but I just want to give a huge shout out to my parents. Without them, I would not be here, straight up. I mean, obviously, you know, they had me, but no, yeah, they have supported me in I don't even know how many ways, you know. And I understand that not a lot of parents are very supportive of like this kind of like career choice, but they've always been super supportive, and there was never well, there was one time we got grounded and let me play a show, but I was like 15. I did something stupid, but yeah, so thank you, Mom and Dad. Thanks for allowing me to do this, and you know, it's cool that it's going somewhere, so it's not a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Mom and Dad. Appreciate it.
That's awesome. Did they come to the Smell?
No.
I mean, that's not, probably not the best venue for.
I'm waiting for a bigger opportunity to bring them.
Nice.
So hopefully that comes through.
That's cool. Awesome. Sweet. Well, you want to get into the cover? Do you want to talk about what it is, or do you want it to be a surprise right now?
We'll just run it.
Let's do it.
Self-conscious and sweet, I never ever felt so cool. Disguising your sheets, but I'm a constant headache. I do that online, they try to make you regret it. Tell them no, not this time, I'm just a constant headache. Deadpan design, it takes me up, unfinished with the better part of me. And then you finally found me, pretending to sleep. You said such nice things about me. I felt guilty and cheap. You took 2 steps to the kitchen, just stared at the sink. I couldn't hold back a smile. I still wish I could have seen you having sex in the morning. Your love was foreign to me. It made me think maybe humans not such a bad thing to be. But I just lay there in protest, entirely fucked. It's just a stubborn reminder, one perfect night's not enough. It's just a constant headache. I do not reply. They try to make you regret it, but now look, no, not this time. It's just a constant headache. That pet device, it hangs me up, unfinished. The better part of me no longer mine.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was so good. Love that song. Shout out to Alex for recording.
Shout out
that
to
song.
Alex. Shout out to Joyce Spanner.
Shout out to Joyce Manor. That was awesome, guys. That was fucking awesome. Well, thank you again for coming on. Thank you, guys. Nice to meet you all. We do have a couple quick shout outs from our end. One of which is Guayaki Yerba Mate, which you see right there. Bet is a big fan.
Yep. That we're actually endorsed as well. So.
Hell yeah. There we go. Yeah, we're partners in this. Shout out to Guayaki, powered
Cheers.
by Guayaki Yerba Mate. Actually, I'm pretty sure Bet was the one that turned me on to Guayaki. So
Really?
yeah, thank you, Bet.
Sick.
You guys were like obsessed with it in the at the time. Yeah,
I love them.
they're
I
great.
love them,
They're
yeah.
great. Yeah, they're terrific. So shout out to Guayaki, of course. And then shout out to Topo Chico Mineral Water, of course. You've been the best partner for years and years and years. Thank you so much for all you do and for keeping us alive. The best mineral water in the game. And last but not least, shout out to DC Shoes. DC Shoes has been a great partner. We'll got to get your shoe sizes so we can get you guys some kicks. They're awesome. They send shoes to us, to the bands. They're just great partners. So
Sick.
thank
I still
you.
have my last pair.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Last time you came through, you got some. So yeah, shout out to DC. And yeah, with that, I think that's it. Unless any last parting words?
I guess also shout out to Dan's parents. Like they're also as equally supportive and they're awesome. I've met them a few times and I love them too. So
That's
thank
awesome.
you, Dan's parents.
Hell yeah. Amazing. Well, thank you. We'll catch you at a show. Look out for the new music coming May 19th, hopefully. There we go.
Waves May 19th.
Waves May 19th. I love it. Awesome, man. Thank you again so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right.